Have you considered functionality such as creating folders for organizing email?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had started off with folders in the very beginning, and it was kind of like an evolution, right? Because we knew from the very beginning we wanted to have aliases be like a forefront feature in the app, right? Like embedded in the app, not like this ancillary tool you have to go and use outside the app, like simple login. If people are familiar with that, usually they'll use that in combination with something like Proton Mail. And we thought that if aliases were embedded like that inside the app, we wanted to see how people use those as folders, right? So right now, when you create folders in an app, you do it for organization. You say, okay, all of my work emails want to go to my work folder, or my newsletters, and you have to create these filters and then or drag and drop. But with aliases, you could sort of do that automatically, right? If you had a newsletters alias or a work alias or however you wanted to configure it, those emails now automatically get filtered and siloed and are now separate from your main account. So we're waiting to see how users use this feature right now, and how folders fits into that. And we're gonna it's sort of like an evolution for us. I do see folders being added in the future, but we want to see how that fits in with how people are using aliasing right now.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. And it's also trying to figure out how to make that like happen in the app in a way that's not necessarily going to clutter the experience from a UI perspective. Because if you have a lot of aliases and then you add folders, then you just have this endless scrolling thing on the left, right?
Mhm.
So trying to figure out how to best approach that, I think it'll be heavily driven from, to Garrett's point, um, kind of the feedback we get from the community. But there'll be some sort of foldering feature.
Awesome. And one of the benefits, I mean, in my use of the app is if you use aliases strategically, you can kind of figure out who's selling your email address. Because when you start getting random emails to an alias, like, wait a second.
Yeah. Yeah, and it'd be interesting actually in the future, I mean, way down, if you can build features that just kind of detect that, maybe you whitelist what address you're supposed to be able to have access, and then, it all makes it detect it for you. So there's a lot of really cool stuff we could do in the future.